Welcome back, everybody. Hope y'all are doing good. Welcome to a new series. I guess actually first things first. Before I welcome y'all,
Release parking brakes.
let us go ahead and
Commencing push.
get
All engines
our
clear.
let's
Start
see,
at will.
nav lights on. Let's get this pushback going. So, welcome to Nashville International Airport. Beautiful scenery here. JK, this is stock scenery. I don't fly off here enough to more getting scenery. Also, there's not any really good scenery out, which kind of sucks. But we are in a United Airlines A320 today, bound for Chicago. So, this series is going to be based around a, that actually wasn't me coughing. I'll get back to that in a second. It's based around my first ever solo trip. I started in Nashville and ended up flying all the way to Japan and back with a little detour in Japan. So, we're going to be doing this routing. So today we're flying from Nashville to Chicago. Quick, about hour and 30-minute flight is what I think we're scheduled out, but it's going to be faster. So we're taking off from way 0 to center today, which means we kind of have a little bit longer of taxi, but nothing too bad. Could be worse, could be too right. I have AI traffic on just to make it feel more alive, so let's see how it's going to, well, we'll see how it's going to go. And we're flying the A320, which is one of the aircraft I don't fly a lot. I kind of want to get into flying it a little more. I do enjoy it. It's a beautiful aircraft. I mean, just Aerosoft always does a great job with the modeling. Like, look at this. And the frames are even pretty good for how high quality it is. So,
Set parking brakes.
we'll go ahead and set the parking brake. Okay, so I actually am pretty good when it comes to starting the engines. For the A320, it's the oh, what's the word I'm looking for? It is the autopilot that I have an issue with.
Unlocking gear.
So, okay. Let's see, we should be getting ready to go.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
I said that, so hopefully we will actually be able to get an engine start going. Let's make sure. We do have light pack on, and let me, wait, do we actually, there we go.
Left is clear. Right
It's
is
like
clear.
engine 1 is going. Bruh. Okay, and now we got engine 2 spilling up. Okay, looks to be good. So while that's going on, we're gonna go ahead and set flaps to notch number 2. And once it looks like we have, okay, looks like we're stabilized, so we're gonna go ahead and kill the APU. Get our nose light set to taxi. Seatbelt signs on. Let me make sure I can get the right thing down here. Hydraulic, I think is what we're looking for. Where is it? There we go. Control surface check. Okay. Look to be good there. Pressure's good. APU's off. And all doors are closed. Okay. I think we are ready to go. So it's a pretty simple taxi. We're actually going to be following the route of that CRJ 700. Give it a little bit of throttle. So I think we'll be looking at about a 3 to 4 minute taxi. So if you really want to skip my rambling during the taxi, just skip about 2 minutes in, and we'll be at takeoff. So going back to something that happened a few seconds ago, y'all. Ooh, she is speeding. Y'all heard a coughing, and I was like, oh, that's not me. that freaked me out. Like, the first 2 flights I ever did this aircraft, I was like, I'm hearing things. There's coughing. I'm not coughing. Is something up with my computer? Did I leave my Discord open? And apparently it's some part of the A320 to just give you more feel to the cockpit. I don't know how I feel about it personally. I don't necessarily dislike it. It was just kind of like, okay, that's a thing. So, yeah. So we're good. Let's see, gave it a little bit of juice. So unfortunately, these taxiways are a little outdated. I think, if I'm correct, there is a taxiway that connects right here to there. But we're kind of have to take this old taxiway routing. Let's slow it down a little bit. We're moving with some speed. We're pretty light today. We have we don't have much cargo on, and we are full on passengers though, with 180 passengers on board. But we have more than enough fuel and plenty of range to be able to get to O'Hare from here, and pray that my O'Hare scenery is working. So we'll give her a little range. Hopefully I'm hoping this aircraft goes to left. If it takes a right here, or if it continues straight, I'm gonna be sad. If it takes a left, we're gonna be good. Oh, come on. Well, actually, I might take the other taxiway. I think we're about to be stuck behind this aircraft. This is gonna kill me. I really am looking forward to Microsoft Flight Sim to see how these airports look. Biggest thing I'm excited for, I guess, I don't know if the biggest thing, or one of the big things I'm excited for, is the updated airports with the actual current taxiways. Because, we need to try the landing lights as we're crossing an active runway. We're good. Because it is annoying. I did a flight out of Dubai a while back, maybe a year ago. And I don't fly in Dubai really at all in flight sims, so it was kind of it kind of caused some issues. We're gonna do something here. Go down a separate taxiway, because the end of 2 center is right here. That's where 20 center, as opposed to 02 center, is. And yeah, the taxiways are very, very different from the time this came out. Kind of the same thing for London Heathrow. Heathrow, I think, in the stock stuff still has the same still has a 3rd runway. So come on, go take it slow. We just need to get ahead of this. Why is this RJ going so fast? Ooh, we're speeding. Go out of the engines. We're gonna try and, yeah, we should be able to get there before them. I hate AI traffic so much in this game sometimes, but at the same time, I also dislike it I also like it because it makes the environment feel alive. Okay, so we're good to go. I'm really happy. We're getting pretty good frames right this second, which is good. Aerosoft, their quality is very good, and sometimes the issue that comes with is it's very demanding. Oh yeah, we're far ahead now. And now we're just coasting. Got the engines idled. It's a long taxi. There's really the only runway that isn't a long taxi in Nashville is 20 right. And that's because, especially flying out of the United gates, you just taxi off the ramp and you are pretty much at the runway. Speaking of taxi, or taxi off, I'm taxiing off the center line. This used to be one of the things I always struggled with, was trying to taxi on the center line. But it also helped. It really helps to have a joystick that has that works. It's really cool. I was kind of looking at my old joystick a while back, and just it was really interesting looking at parts of it to see kind of what got worn down, because there were some parts of it that were just so worn down just because I used it so much. Okay, let's go ahead and brake a little bit. Okay, and we're gonna just take this entrance simply because we don't need the extra space allotted, and Sierra 1 is plenty of runway left. So we're gonna go ahead and turn on the landing lights. Let's get our strobe on, our taxi light, or our, taxi light off, and here we go. Now, and we have a pretty direct route up to Chicago, so we should, with that quick taxi, I think we'll get out of here. There's a cough again. There we go, we're airborne. As you can see, that's runway 20 right. That's right there, and that is, I mean, like I said, very, very easy taxi. We're gonna get flaps up to notch 1. Okay, now. Auto climb. Let's get auto throttle set. Get flaps up. I'm gonna pull back, go manually fire for a second. The A320, she just flies like a dream. She's a beautiful aircraft. Of course, in real life, I'd really hate to have to try and use my left hand to control the aircraft, as I'm right dominant. Hopefully it should be set to auto throttle now. I'm always confused. What is auto? Wait, hold on. I think we're in auto throttle now. But we're still. I mean, just look how smoothly she is flying. I mean, I'm completely let go of the controls. We got a beautiful climb. We'll go ahead and throw on autopilot with our nav going. And I think we're doing good, so let's see if I can get auto throttle going, and get that. Okay, we go 320 and 230 on this, so it should prototype speed in a second. And then once we hit 230, I think it'll start climbing us up. Yeah, there we go. And let me see if I can find the correct button for what I'm looking for. Where is it? I'm trying to find the zoom out button for the display. I can't find it. Well, no biggie. Oh, here we go. Pretty sure. Wait, that's gain. No. Well, I think we're kind of stuck with what we have. No biggie, though. Well, we're about to cross 10,000 feet. Okay. Landing lights. are off. Taxi's off. Wing off. We got beacon and strobe and nav on. Let's go ahead and double chime saying we hit 10,000. And I think this is a good time. I will catch y'all back when we're on our way, or, well, we're on approach, when we'll be on approach in Chicago. See you then. Welcome back, everybody. It's been about 45 minutes for me. Grabbed dinner, and did a quick astronomy assignment. So, but we are currently descending down. So one thing I have an issue with the A320 is I'm kind of unable to figure out how to work the CDU. I kind of googled it, but I use the Aero. But oh my gosh, I'm loving this plane. I really want to get into this more. So this is fun. I've been contemplating the 330. A little low on cash right now, but I really am contemplating getting the 330. Let's go ahead and we're doing a kind of rapid descent. Not rapid, but yeah, like we just did a little late descent. No biggie. We're slowing down. We'll go ahead and slow down to 200. Once we hit 200, we'll begin the rest of it. So, interesting thing, we're kind of gonna have to give ourselves a visual approach. So here we are in our 320 right this second. ORD is, let's see, should be right there to our front where we have all the lag. Thankfully the lag is chilling. So we're gonna hit pink, and then we should kind of be brought in on the approach. So the approach in Chicago can sometimes be kind of weird. Hopefully it is gonna bring us into the right approach. So cross my fingers. Coming in for 28 right. Hit the throttle, no biggie. I'm gonna go ahead and throw the flaps out 1 degree. So I'm just kind of moving things on my right screen to get a better idea. So yeah, the approach is kind of weird why it's vectoring us out. I think we're actually gonna go have to head and give us a manual right turn to line up with the approach. So let's go ahead and let's see. So the approach we need is, let's see, we need for ILS to a right, which would be mod. So let's see if I can get this to work.
Traffic.
Nope, we're good. Yep, there we go. So we're gonna go ahead and head direct to Adamy. So let me go ahead and put that in direct. So let's see. Bless you, Adam E. That's director.
Climb.
Oh my gosh. The stupid AI traffic is really annoying. Sometimes we're missing it. As well as it kind of hurts when I'm having a kitten run around on my keyboard right now. Hi, say hi to everybody. We have a kitten that we were actually holding on to. And we were going to kind of raise him for a little bit because some family friends wanted him, but the main issue was he bites a lot. And so we were going to kind of hold on to him and I don't know, not fix him, but try and get it.
Traffic.
There, we're good. We don't have traffic. We're good. And we're gonna kind of just keep him because he's really biting. They have a 2-year-old, and yeah, that kind of went out of the way. So why can I not go direct to, do I have to, why is it not letting me go direct? Maybe it'll let me go once we hit it. We're gonna make a little right, and then we're gonna make a left-hand turn and hook on with it. And we'll go ahead and slow down to 180. So 123 is our landing speed, which is kind of low. If we're having some issues with the ILS, which looks like we are, I'm actually I kind of want to do a visual, or so I can land this. I really actually have not gotten to do a manual landing with the A320, so I will take that. So let's go ahead. We need to go down to 22. There we go. There we go. Flaps to second notch. Yeah, there we go. Oh, little bit of lag. No biggie. Landing lights are on. We'll go ahead and throw our taxi lights on. And the wing lights on. We'll go do auto brake medium. We'll get it better. Once we hit we'll take off. Ooh, yeah.
2,500.
Okay, so 180. Let's slow down to 170 now. And 280. Yep, we're doing good. So this is I'm trying to think. This is the first time I've flown into O'Hare from anything in this direction. Only times I've ever flown into O'Hare, because I really don't fly into O'Hare a lot in flight sim. I think it's usually Tokyo, San Francisco, or somewhere on the West Coast. So yeah. Also, like I said, kind of getting out of the rust. After not doing flight sim for a couple of months, it's easy to get complacent. So let's go ahead and turn off autopilot and auto throttle, and I got good control, and we're gonna slow down. And let's go ahead and go drop gear. I'll burn a little speed.
Charlie 77, traffic, Mooney, November 16942, taking off runway 30, departure to the south.
Okay, we're gonna give us full flaps. Not my best lineup, but this is approach. I have flown into O'Hare on this approach, especially coming in 2-8 right. Probably easily, probably about 100 times. Give us a little bit of juice. So if I remember correctly, right below us in real life, there should be a Jewish synagogue. That's kind of always how I can tell what runway we're landing on. I think it should be right around here somewhere. It's really pretty. It's got a golden roof. And so usually depending on where that is, I kind of tell what runway you're coming into. As well as there's also a huge cemetery that you fly over. Of course, after not seeing O'Hare for almost 4 months now, 3 months actually, kind of easily forget what it looks like.
500.
Shows we're a little low, but I feel like we're on a pretty good glide stop, 1100 right now. Frames are taking a hit though. Oh. Is it ranging the
400?
Drizuki? I think is how you say it. ORD.
300.
And this is the first time I've ever run it, and it seems to be a little hard on the frame rates, which is actually
200.
kind of common for his products. So I might have to adjust things.
100. 50, 40, 30. Retard. 5.
Not my smoothest landing, but definitely not my worst. Okay, 100. Okay, reversers off. Then we're gonna exit here. Are you kidding me, AI? Oh. This is why I gotta get better AI. I'm investing in that after this. I got to. That annoys me. We've been scheduled for 2-8 rights and they love Nashville. Welcome to O'Hare, y'all. So let's go ahead and turn off that. Let's get the APU on and started. And we need to pick out a gate. So we're going to look at the B gates. So B 17. Actually, you know, we'll go C. There. Yeah, let's back off and we'll go C gates. So, oh yeah, 11 suitable, and we'll go C15. So what I recall, C15 should be right up here in that general vicinity. So we'll just come here off of Alpha, and then we'll come on to taxi lane Charlie and turn in. Not bad looking scenery though. Kind of tell as we get closer. But I think I'm gonna do some more flying with the A320. Need to kind of work it out and get some more flights under my belt. But I like it. It's a fun aircraft. You know, going from Airbus to Boeing, or pretty much Boeing to anybody else, I find Boeing to be a lot more user-friendly in terms of just simplicity. I would say it's a really usually they're pretty good. They're pretty simplistic. You know, 777 was, I think, the first real Boeing plane I ever flew. The first plane I ever really did anything with in flight sim was actually we're coming on the Bravo line, which actually I think is correct. I think Bravo goes this way and Charlie comes out, which is fine. Was the 747, because I love that aircraft. And then fun little story, I used to fly the A321, and before I really knew about aircraft, I thought the A321 was more of a long haul aircraft. I was like, oh my gosh, it has 4 doors. It must be a long haul. And of course, you know, as I started, that was back in whenever FSX came out, like back in the original FSX before Steam Edition, before Acceleration Pack. Yeah, I remember turning on limited fuel, thinking I could take it from San Francisco to Sydney. Oh, Lord, I was yeah. It was interesting back then, some of the stuff I did. Oh, look, we got a 737 MAX 9 right there, because those are back flying. But this is cool. I like how they did add some static aircraft. Yeah, if I can speak, it is nice. It does kind of, as things go, it does feel a little more alive than some airports, which is, I think that's a big issue with flight sim, and especially P3D. You just don't feel alive, like the world's alive. So, and I think that's something we're going to see fixed with FS 2020. Here we go, C15. Flown out of this game multiple times. Flown up here going to London and Paris, I think. Ah, GSX. Why you do this? Oh, too far right. 80 feet. We're definitely gonna stop before that. Cat, could you stop chewing on my, he's chewing on the wire going to my headset. 3, 2, 1. Okay, parking brake set. We have the APU on. We're going to cut the engines. And cut, oh, I forgot to cut the strobe earlier. And wing lights off. Taxi lights off. And leave the nav lights on. And okay. Well, guess GSX decided to stop working.